is Ryan Cameron Uncensored, and we're talking duplicity. Are y'all ready to talk duplicity?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all ready to talk duplicity? Yes. All right, we got Kat Graham, Megan Tandy, Tyler Lepley, and Ron Rico Lee in the building.
One time.
Okay, first question. The water work.
Yeah.
Hey.
Crazy.
Can we talk about the water work in this movie? Was that y'all first time like doing that kind? Because how long did it take y'all to shoot the boat scenes?
Oh. Shit.
Dang.
It was 2 nights, I think.
Really?
It was 2 nights.
It was 2 nights. It was 2 nights.
No, it was 1 night.
Was it?
It was 1 night.
No, it was 3. They called me. I was all the way home. They called me back down. We started, and then we had to go back.
That's right.
It was 3. It was 2 nights.
It was 2 nights.
How many nights did you shoot, Megan?
Yeah, it was definitely, yeah.
How many?
7.
Wait, hold on. The whole movie?
Yes, we shot it in 7 days.
Welcome to Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot
Welcome to
of
Black Excellence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
One time for the Black
One
Excellence.
time.
I would have never guessed that. That's wild.
Did y'all watch the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Hold on a second. Scoot back.
What? No,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Tyler Lepley. Don't play with me. You know I'm in the Hall of Fame. Why would you think I would not watch the movie?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Why would you think I didn't see the
Oh,
film?
stop it. Y'all sitting here asking questions acting like y'all watch the shit all the time. And they don't be watching.
No, that ain't
That's
us.
true.
That ain't.
That's
No, you.
true.
Stop it.
No, that ain't
Some
us.
people, that is
That
true.
ain't.
but
That
I
ain't
don't
us.
You watch it.
You
That's dope.
done met me before.
For sure.
So
Matter of fact-
let me tell you something.
Actually, Tyler, I went to the premiere last night that you guys
Oh, okay.
had. So I was there.
Oh, nice.
And the ladies in the audience, every time you came up on the screen, it's like everybody was mad at you. And I was like, what? He's being such a good boyfriend. Why everybody? I was like, I'm missing the red flags because then you turned out to be the villain.
And then we always say, I told Tyler when he came in, I'm like, there's always a moment when I'm like waiting on him to flip. Because I think in this time, he was like, it's me, Tony, baby. And I was like, have I not seen the movie? Have I not seen it?
Yes,
It's me, Tony, baby. Your dream man.
I would have been you. I was like, Tony's a good boyfriend. Why is she tripping?
Well, all the ladies in the audience were like, I know it ain't been 4 months he on the couch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they're judging me. They're like, could have been me, girl. Could have been me.
So really, how long can you keep somebody in the doghouse?
Depends on what they do.
Yeah, I think
4 weeks on the couch.
4
4 months. Yeah,
4 months. 4 months. Yeah.
4 months.
How long have you been in the doghouse?
No, I'm not doing the couch thing.
I
like that. Put that foot back.
Because I had
Put that foot down, dog. I like that.
I had a friend who told me that once you do that the first time, once you set that precedent, then now I got to get you back. Now it's got to be a reason for you to go sleep in the doghouse or you to be on the couch. So we always going, even if we mad at each other, Kat, we still going to turn our backs to each other, but we're going to wake up next to each other. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. That's cute.
Don't be mad.
My other one, Kat, you said, hold on.
Uh-oh.
You said, once you do something one time, you're going to do it like that always.
Marley said that.
Yeah, Marley said that. So do you believe that somebody cheats or lies one time, you can't forgive them?
I don't know. I do believe in redemption. I do believe that people can grow and learn. That maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but you know, I've seen some people kind of turn a new chapter in their life, and maybe it's just, you know, how people learn is through mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on the person, depends on their integrity, it depends on their character, it depends on their upbringing, it depends on their trauma. You know what I'm saying? If it's unhealed, it depends on whether they're willing to look at themselves. It depends.
That part.
We got more when we come back. We're talking duplicity. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored. We're talking duplicity, and we can do some spoilers now because now it's out.
It's out,
And
yeah.
the plot twist, it just kept twisting.
Did you see it coming?
I did not see.
I saw none
you
of it coming. I'm mad at both of you two. Y'all two. All 3 of y'all. All 3 of y'all.
I'm mad at sis when she came up
when
through
she
the
came
bottom
up-
of the boat.
Right, the bottom of the boat.
hair
I said that boat ain't even that big to have a bottom. Where'd you come from?
No, but at least
Movie
Mila
magic.
came on with her hair like moving. And
No,
so she
your
tried
hair
to
was
come in
lit.
with, like, a
Yes.
whole moment. So let's
She
give
came
her
with
that.
the beautiful villain.
And I put it out there in the group text that we had. I said I feel bad for the white cop not already having his gun drawn with three black folks and a knocked out woman on the boat. Why
Right.
they ain't have it? Come on now.
How about y'all? You just said that y'all got a group
Yeah, we had a
text
group
going
text
about.
about
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
No, but for real, because me and my friends and family, after the premiere in New York, the next day we just spent 2 hours just talking about all the theories, and then going back and then replaying and be like, "What about that scene? What about that?" So it really becomes a conversation topic.
Yeah. And you guys really hit on the social justice parts of the shooting and the white black cops and things like that. How did that really translate as an actor or actress as well, and just portraying it and making it feel real that we can relate to it?
I mean, I think a lot of actors hope that their art imitates life in some way. You hope that you're a part of things that have genuine impact and that can continue a conversation, and that we can challenge narratives, and that we can bring conversations to the forefront that might be getting dismissed in the media, that are not necessarily talked about but are still happening every day in different cities, but get swept under the rug because of these marginalized communities. So it really felt good to be a part of a film that was talking about it.
You know? And I thought the movie magic was incredible in there. I think the beginning scene, Tyler came out of the spin class. He didn't have no sweat on him. and then Megan, no,
sweat now. Come on now.
You had no sweat on you. And then
Run the tape back. We had sweat.
Megan went from the gym to the newsroom before the breakfast hit the table. She showed up like, I gotta go on set. I was like, did she shower? Did she take a little wash up or something?
She did something real quick. You know, she
did a bird bath?
Little wipe down, one word for
Did a bird bath in there?
She do what she got to do, you know.
How did y'all feel watching other people? Because I know when you do a body of work, you land it and you book it and you go on. But when y'all went to these premieres, sitting back in the audience, and I guess Ron, you can talk about this, sitting back in the audience and watching people's reaction. Because from the moment I saw you, I ain't like you. Damn! I was like, nah.
That hurts, right? That hurts, right?
This me.
That hurts,
keep it
right?
real. I didn't like it.
I grew up in the A, dog. I grew up listening to you, and to hear you say this.
That means you play the character that good, though, my bro.
That's one way of looking at it. It is. I don't know. What I want to know what the question is, because I'm so hurt that I forgot.
He forgot.
Watching the movie and watching the twist.
The audience,
and watching the audience reaction.
And I think they'll all agree, when we screened it, we premiered it in New York, the amount of laughter we got that we were not expecting, I thought was something else. I think there's a part in there's a part in the movie where this one comes out on the boat, and I love the audience reaction. There's just a collective gasp.
That was my reaction.
I didn't see that coming. All this stuff, so it's great. I don't know the last time my dad came to the screening last night, and he said, I don't know the last time I've seen you do something like on the big screen, and it has been a minute. Everything is I've been doing this out of TV or it goes straight to streaming. And there's really no premieres or screenings, and so it's actually great to sit in the audience and listen and hear their reactions. Even in my own role, I had my publicist, I had my cousin, and they just kept looking at me. You ain't right. all through the premiere, just looking at me. So there's a lot of them, man. I love how it's received. I think, Tyler Perry does a great job of just, making people, just kind of inciting those emotions in people. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, he's the master.
And, I appreciate him.
There was one scene right before the 911 call when they showed the old white lady at the but you only saw the back of her, and I said, man, if that's Mud Deer. Like, hello, 911.
She would have had a Glock.
Yes. Rodney would have never got shot. She wouldn't have called the police. She would have went out there herself.
The movie would have been over in the first 5 minutes.
We got more Duplicity when we come back. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored.
Right,
it is Ryan Cameron Uncensored, and we're talking to the cast of Duplicity. We got Kat Graham, Megan Tandy, Tyler Lepley, and Ron Rico Lee in the building.
One time.
And we was talking about the water work, the holding of the breath.
Yeah.
I was like, is this going to be a Houdini where you never get unshackled from the anchor and this is you're going to be down there and be floating at did you have to learn how to swim?
Yes.
Yeah, no, swim. We had stunt training for about a week before we started, and I learned how to hold my breath to I bet a minute and a half. Wow.
Dang.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
But you have to like really keep your heart rate down.
Right.
And when you're moving really fast, especially if it's an exciting scene and there's a lot going on, your heart starts going. So it's really a battle of the mind. It was a trip.
She would practice. I would see you on set doing stuff.
Yeah.
You were practicing.
I had to
You wasn't in
practice
water.
the entire time. I was constantly holding my breath in between scenes.
This is for Tyler and Ron, because Tyler, this is the second time I've seen you as a villain in a movie. I think you were Buried Alive. We had you, you were a villain in that one, and then this one, I missed the red flags, but whatever. It is what it is.
Girl, happy sometimes.
But Ron, you, as well as you too, because you kind of came out a little sneaky. But we have what's his name, Tyreek from Power, and people still like come up to him and act like he's
Really that character.
Like really that character. Has that ever happened to you guys? Kind of playing the villain characters? People just really think you're like that.
Like there's always this like people have a difficulty separating the fact that we're actors. These are roles that we play. Oh, can you get used to? I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it in these streets. I'm about to get it in these.
Because why don't show up at the funeral? Like. Just
the funeral scene.
I'm gonna get all them questions. And I'm ready for it. I'm blame Tyler Perry. It's just a job, but listen, I'm thankful for the gig, and I'll take the smoke.
And the plot twists were, just over and over again, and it was giving me like Get Out vibes at one part when you were trying to get out of the door, and Tyler had the keys, like I was like, that was like the Get Out movie, like I got the keys, and I was like,
but see, we should have knew something was up when boy Tony showed up and you were there. It was like, now Tony, how you know?
But here's the thing, I still didn't think there was anything wrong, because during the movie he was like he was doing his own investigation because he's a private investigator. But once again, he did get kicked off the force for whatever reason. My thing is, I told you I had to watch the movie twice, because not going front, the first time I wasn't feeling it. I was like, okay, you fronting on the villain stuff again, yo. Like, why are you always mad at somebody trying to do something to something? Why? Tyler, can't you
talking about Tyler?
Why is that Tyler?
I'm thoroughly mad. Like I was forced. I said, oh, good, my man is chilling. He a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He's got his girl's back.
Yeah.
Oh man, give her the keys back. Why you drug her? Like,
That's the setup.
I'm mad.
That's the setup. Hey, listen. The one thing I like about well, I don't like it about Tony, but one thing I saw through the performance is like, over his arc, he doesn't, he goes about getting what he wants like a multitude of different ways. You know what I'm saying? So he does make a bunch of different passive choices at first that may go over your head if you're not really paying attention. And when none of it works, in that third act, he flips the switch and kind of takes over and we go manual,
And I didn't catch none of that, yo. I'm like, yes, he's a good dude.
Now, Megan, your character, I have to say, like, you were able to really fool us because we really were on your side. We wanted to help you. So how was it?
Rooting for you.
Actually, no.
Mission accomplished.
I knew something was up when you was burning the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures.
I knew something was up.
Really, because everybody handles grief differently. Like,
No.
I have lost people, and I've been like, I can't look at it.
But did you destroy it or burn? You just maybe put it away.
Yeah, but not burning it up.
Right.
You're
When
right,
you
right.
was burning the pictures, you was
Cat
really
burning
mad
pictures.
at
Yeah,
him.
I know, for sure.
You was tight
But I
with
mean,
him.
I
Man,
do
what do I
think
have
it's
burning the
possible. Yes, but I do think it's possible, like, if she did know that her man was, cheating and whatnot,
Right.
she might just be done with him. She don't want to look at his photos no more.
Okay.
That don't mean she's the villain. I'm sorry y'all were, like, on to me at that point. But, I think Fila was feeling her feelings, but, she also was crazy, too. So
Now, mentally, how did you tap into kind of just being a sneaky friend?
I mean, that's just naturally who I am.
No acting at all.
But no, I mean, that's where like the fun was, right? It's like I had to kind of figure out a way to kind of play that note of just being like very genuinely like her friend, and I'm in the grief and this and that and whatever. But like being able to just like have that flip, it was actually kind of easy because it's the exact opposite of what I've been playing to Marley.
That's
So
right.
that's where like the fun is. So.
Right.
That's why we be actors, you know what I'm saying? So, sorry you guys were on to me, though. I mean, I was doing my best.
You did
No,
a good
I didn't
job.
catch you. You was crying, girl. I was like,
I did.
It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored. We are talking Duplicity. For people who are fans of Tyler Perry, what do you think people are going to take away from this movie because he's done so much?
He's done so much, but he's done this movie in a different kind of way. You know, this is an expansion of his incredible catalog of everything from comedies to dramas, thriller. It's just, and I'm a super fan of Tyler Perry. So like, I haven't seen him make anything like this before. So it's really exciting as a Tyler Perry fan to watch a movie like this. Yeah. Not just because I'm in it. No.
You know what I don't think people realize is how much man, TP is into film. Like he is a film dude, and so I think when you see movies like this, and even I think I did one with him called it was Mea Culpa. He's into that suspense, that psychological thriller joint. Like, you know, and even his pacing I think is amazing. Like he's really starting to pace his movies differently, and then you know he'll mess around and do something like 6 AAA, which is a period piece.
Right.
Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like the idea, like name me a director that can just
go from different genres
comedy,
and jump like that.
Period piece, suspenseful thriller, like.
But also as an actor too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go from Dia to playing a lawyer, to, you know, but you're also the right producer. It's mind blowing.
Man, listen, I watched him direct one day. I said, man, it's like watching Tyler Perry direct is like watching Rain Man count cards in Vegas. Like his it's on some different, like it's something else. It really is. Like it's incredible the way his mind works. And he don't come in with a shot list. That's the first thing I noticed. His shot list is up here. Find me a director that don't come to work with a shot list. And I promise you he ain't making his day. Meaning that the 12-hour day going to be turned to like a 15, 16-hour
So,
day.
Ron, break that down for the people who don't know what a shot list is.
A shot list is, if we were shooting a shot list, I'm going to tell my director for Tiger, my DP, every shot I want, right?
Right.
And in worst case scenario, if we get into a pickle, then we can take this shot off. But these are the 5 shots I got to have for this scene. And they usually write them out. They give them to the DP, and so the DP has them. Mr. P don't do that. Mr. P has his shot list here, and honestly, he's his own DP, and I'm not dissing his DP. I'm saying that, but he's the one that calls for the lenses. I've seen him come in and say, "I need 2 118s here, a 30, give me a 30 here, 40 here," and if you ain't got them, listen. I told y'all after lunch, he's telling them before lunch. When I come back, I want these lenses on the cameras.
Right.
I ain't never worked with a director that knew lenses like that.
Wow.
Like, he about it.
Yeah, we were just going to say, man, we saw it, we enjoyed it, and we think everybody need to go see it. Y'all all did. And Bonnie was making jokes in the beginning. She was like, yeah, this is probably one of the most unattractive casts we have ever seen. No, she was actually saying y'all were the most attractive cast you've ever seen in the movie. She's like, everybody look good. Where the actor person at?
You know you got to throw one in there.
Ryan Campbell, Uncensored. Congratulations, y'all, in advance.
Right.
One time.
Great movie. Oh, wait. Tell them where they can watch the movie, stream it, all that.
Yeah.
Oh, Amazon Prime right now, baby.
Amazon Prime, right after you order your last gift.